Hello YouTube, welcome to the second video on my channel. I just finished workout. I finished push training and cardio, 20 minutes on Stairmasters. I'm kind of sweaty right now. So it was really nice session, I would say. Second week after vacation. I feel way more into training right now than the previous week. I was a bit lost and in the beginning of the week of the last week, uh, not motivated, but still getting after it because we are not driven by motivation. We're just going by discipline because we have a direct and um, important goal to achieve, which is being the best bodybuilder ever we can be. And we are stepping on stage 2026 this year for the first time. So I really want to make it a very good year for myself and getting my name out there in the natural bodybuilding. So I just wanted to film here just to give a quick update how things are going. Training are picking up very nicely, starting from the second half of last week when I started with the upper and lower session at the end of the week, and this week even starting better. I feel more getting into it again and building on this momentum, more focused. And I filmed 3 new reels today during my workout, which I'm very happy to do, is being more productive, not only working out but also filming content. It was a bit new for me, just start to film during my workouts. It was also, to be honest, a bit slightly distracting, but maybe because I'm not used to it and the setup and everything. But yeah, I'm pretty excited with my new microphone just to film more content and everything. Starting YouTube and getting more content out there also on my other social media, Instagram and TikTok. So be ready. I'm gonna be posting a lot in the next few days and next few weeks. So I'm gonna be bombing you with reels, and it's gonna be some fun, some educational as usual, and not everything serious. But I like to make it a bit of a bit of informative and some also funny, as the one I posted when I was doing leg press yesterday, last week. It was painful but funny. Anyway, so in the next part of the video, I'm gonna show you how I have been training in the past week and this week during my ongoing injury on my biceps, and what kind of modification I did to my training to fit the current period and not to aggravate the pain and not to make it worse, but still getting a solid productive sessions. So I'm gonna dive you through this right now. So guys, here I'm going to show you how I'm running my training split now. I didn't change anything regarding my training, exercising or split, but I did some tweaks with the exercises I'm using and how I perform or execute these exercises to not aggravate the pain or not to make the injury worse, but um, to be actually aiding the process of the healing. So first of all, I scheduled deload. It was already scheduled with the time of the injury. So once it was aggravated, the week after was a deload week. Um, Usually in the deload week, I cancel one block of the 2 training blocks I have during the week. So my training usually is push pull leg rest, upper lower rest, and because of like when you are doing this deload, I cancel one of the two. So I perform only push-pull leg and the rest of the week off, or I do upper lower and the rest of the week off. And I don't do full fully sent sessions. I have to keep one or two. Like I do one or two repetition in reserve and remove one set of every exercise. But during this deload, it was exceptional one because of this injury. We didn't want to aggravate it. We wanted the body to rest. So I took this week completely off, which is the first week I take completely off within a year or more. So it felt strange. I didn't like it, but it is what it is. So we need to be smart dealing with our bodies and do what our body needs to keep moving forward. This week, because today is Sunday, 11th of January. So this week was the first week going back to workouts. Of course, I'm not going back with my normal weights and everything and normal intensity because this will make it even worse or will be most probably causing injuries. So we are testing the body, and my first day of the week is push, and this is the first exercise I performed, which was ab crunches. And instead of using the normal grip, which I hold with my hand and my grip, and this can cause more tension on the biceps, so I decided to do it this way using this handle, which is kind of rope, but it has like this handle rope. So I'm not using my biceps as I would use if I using my grip. So yeah, this is not to skip exercises, and at the same time I'm not really putting too much work on the biceps. For the second exercise, it was bench press on the Smith machine. Usually this was a switch. So the usual exercise is a dumbbell low incline press, but if I grab the dumbbell with my hand, it will put a load on the biceps, and I didn't want to do that, of course, so I switched it to Smith machine, which I don't need to grab the weight and do it. At least here the weight plates, I can grab it from the like with one hand, which is the good hand, so the good arm, sorry. Anyway, so yeah, this was the second exercise of the push day. Going to the third exercise of the push day, which is high incline press. Just to mention, in any pressing movement, there is some sort of indirect pressure on the biceps, or like because there is a negative elbow flexion, as you can see here when I go down, so my elbow bent. So I am very careful to any kind of signs that if my body feel not comfortable, so I don't push all the way to failure. I'm being very, let's say, monitoring the movement, how I'm moving, and to not aggravate the pain. Also here with the dips, I usually do 50 kg. I did 40 only. I mean, not big of a difference, but yeah, I really didn't push all the way because at the end I felt a bit uncomfortable, so I had to stop. Here, usually I do flies, but as the first day of the week, I just skip it because it felt not okay, because flies will put too much pressure on the biceps. And I skipped directly to the triceps, and it went okay, no problem with it. There was a bit of like slight pain, let's say 2 or 3 out of 10 pain, which was completely fine to live with. It was not aggravating, to be to say it in a good way. So yeah, it was just pinching pain, which is not increasing, which is a good sign. If it's just slight pain, it's okay. If it's like a minor pain, but it is increasing, so it is not okay. So if there's elevation of the pain, this is when you need to know that you need to stop. And I finished the exercise with this overhead. I don't know, I was filming the street. It was snowing. Anyway, so this is the second day, which was pull day. And now I'm being like looking like the science-based people with these ropes here and this single arm lat pull down or iliac pull down. To be honest, it felt a bit weird controlling the movement this way, but I didn't want to use my grip to not put too much force on my biceps. I will try this Tuesday to use the normal grip and see how it goes. But was the first week going to work out, so I didn't really want to put too much stress and too much effort on the biceps. Moving to the next exercise, here I was really scared that this will aggravate the pain. So it was so scary for me approaching this exercise. Even in the warm-up was a bit tricky. So I took my time warming up for this exercise. Usually I put 2 plates each side. Here I'm putting 1.5. Going through the movement. Here I would like, so the adjustments I did in this exercise is usually I like to take more control when I'm dropping the weight. Don't let it drop directly. Here I still have some control, but not as much as I would prefer. So yeah, generally I would take more time on my negative way of the movement going down. But actually I felt my back, it was still productive set, don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's just a matter of preference. And yeah, more connection with the muscle, but it was completely fine here. Here, doing only 1 plate, I didn't like it, but yeah, it is what it is. Maybe this week I will go back again to the 2 plates. Let's see how it goes. Here, when I was doing the seated cable row, I did it, usually I do single arm, but I did the bilateral here, and it felt okay, but because the weight was not too heavy, I didn't really push too much weight in it. To be honest, it felt so weird approaching my training with this method. It felt like I'm just kind of pump up style training or not giving it all. Usually I just give I put my soul in training, as you usually see me on posting. If you follow me on Instagram, you see when I post my training clips, fully sending all my training mostly to failure or shy from failure. So this was for my training, and yeah, so I hope this was useful for you. If you have any issue with your arms or like any pain or something, and how to work around it to not aggravate it and keep progressing and going through your training sessions without any problem. If you have any kind of pain or any sort of like joint pain, muscle pain, tendon pain, I have already experienced it a lot with myself because I've been training since I was 12 or so. So before even becoming a teenager, since I was a kid. And I learned a lot. I studied a lot. I studied on the corrective exercise in course and self-learning. So yeah, if you have any question or any issues, anything, don't feel don't hesitate to contact me. I would love to help you with if you have any issue or if you have any question regarding training on one-on-one with me. You can fill in the form in my bio or contact me via WhatsApp or Instagram, and I would be happy to talk with you. That's it for this video, and yeah, see you in the next one.